If COVID destroyed your social life, you're not alone. This affects so many people. We're gonna get into it and how to fix your social life, how to be happy and have friends and be around people and not be lonely and just feel better about yourself. So welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. I'm out here in the usual breakfast spot. On Thursdays, I like to come out here. It's actually called it's actually a hospital. They got a healthy food place right over the water. They got all these medicinal trees growing. So every Thursday I come out here with my friend Matt. It's something that I can rely on every Thursday, a little social time. I'll be able to, and as an introvert, be able to talk to someone if there's something I need to share or relate to someone. Okay, if that sounds interesting to you, if you want to improve your social life, if your social life got wrecked by COVID, then welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. Hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the bell notification so that you get notified when I make a video. Otherwise, I'm gonna get buried in the algorithm because, I don't know, my content's okay, but it's not sort of viral stuff. That's how we're gonna grow over time. Okay, so if your social life got destroyed by COVID because, again, you're not alone, you're either self-employed or you work remote or you got fired and you used to like your coworkers, you used to enjoy the office, and now you're all alone, you're at home and you're still working remote, or a lot of the things you used to do for fun you can't do anymore. Like, man, I used to go to magic tournaments or go to the card shop, or I used to play basketball or go to the gym or go to the restaurant or go to these groups and clubs, and a lot of them shut down and some of them didn't come back, or I'm just not in the habit again. I used to see all these people, or also if you're coming out of a breakup as well and now you're super isolated. But I'm gonna have another video on that. There's similar topics, and you're gonna have some of the same benefits to come out of them. Then again, obviously you can see there's tons of people who are suffering, and I'm gonna try to help you here. So the goal from the research that I've seen, the data, it's nice to have goal, like, oh, I should get at least 8 hours of sleep. You should get at least 6 hours of socialization with people that you like a day. The happiest people get 5 to 6 or more hours. I said that I'm introverted. It seems like I like 6 to 8 maybe. And then after that, like, I can be alone all the time. So that's just, it might be different for you, but that's something to target for. And if you're like, man, I work at home all the time, I only have 6, and I'm trying to get to 6 hours, then, and I'm only getting like 2 hours, 3 days a week, whatever. Like, how many people do you see in a day? I don't think it's supposed to be 2. I don't know on that, but a random target is like interact with at least a dozen people every day. 10 that you know, 2 that you don't, right? So if you're way off from these targets, at least you have something to aim for, and you can start with, well, let me interact with four people a day instead of 2. Let me socialize for 3 hours a day instead of 0 or 1, okay? So a number of things you can do. First, change your work environment. So if you work remote, I would recommend working from a co-working shared space. My brother's been working remote for 12 years, something like that, and he works at, he prefers working in coffee shops because just being around people and have random socialization. But he went from there to paying for an office space, because there at least you have coworkers that you regularly see, people who are similar to you, and people who are looking to socialize too. So because if you get 0 from work, but you work 8 or more hours a day, and you sleep 8 hours a day, that's 16 to 24 hours, you're not gonna get 6 hours of socialization from your last 8 hours when you need to do stuff for yourself and take care of yourself, right? So you need to get some amount out of work. If you get 0, you can do things to reduce your work, or you can work at a co-working space, or also change your living situation where, not live alone or live with friends. Again, this is why if you're coming out of a breakup, it can be a challenge. If you live with people that you like, even live with family or parents, that can help a lot, because then you have people who you can interact with before, after, during work, take a break, go for lunch with these people. Something like that's going to be helpful for you. What else can we say? having a career, something that's made it easier for me. Like, I can sympathize, I can relate. It affects my family, it affects my friends, it affects my clients. It hasn't affected me that much because I'm an essential worker, and also I work on physical projects. So there's a manual labor element. So it can't be done, some can be done remotely, some can't be done remotely. So I kept working through this entire time. I kept getting my 4 to 6 hours of socialization through work this entire time. So if you're looking for a career pivot or considering what job to go into, I'm a fan of essential work. It can be food work, it can be frontline work, it can be healthcare work, it can be, even something like construction, but something where you're going to get guaranteed to get outside, guaranteed to talk to people, guaranteed to socialize with people every day. So that's something to consider. It's for some of you, it's not for all of you. Okay, so the first things to focus are on on work and living situation. Next is, and I'm not going to go to online groups or go to online dating. That's another option we're going to get to later. And if you moved to a new city recently, don't know that many people, it's going to be tough, it's going to be rough, and you should know that you should have a good plan if you're ever going to move, because you just leave everybody that you know behind. And if you have friends, it's hard to replace friends. It takes years, it takes decades to replace years, decades friendships. So if you also move during this time, it can make things even more difficult. Now, if you have friends or you've been living in a place for a while, there's a really powerful exercise. I'm gonna share this within a couple videos, but you start by making a list of everybody that you're friends with, or that's family that you like to spend time with. People that you know, people that you've spent time with before, people you currently spend time with. It could be acquaintances that you're intrigued by, you think maybe you have something in common, or you like their energy, or think it might be good for you to spend time with them. Just make a list, however long, however many names you can, of people that you'd like to spend more time with, okay? And then on the other side of the page, you make a list of different activities that you do with people sometimes that could be social, like cook dinner, go out to the movies, play basketball, have a game night, go for a hike, go for a swim, make art, whatever it is you do, whatever your hobbies are. I'll just use some of mine as examples and some random ideas. So on one side of the page, you have everybody who you'd like to spend more time with, and it could be people you already spend time with. And on the right side of the page, all these things that you could be doing. So now you're going to connect the people that you know to the things that you like to do, and that's going to give you ideas of how you can create recurring events where every Sunday I'm going to go to church with these people. Every Thursday I'm going to come here with my friend and we're going to eat breakfast, right? Every Monday we're going to go to the beach, or every Tuesday we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Again, the more you get out of work, the less that you need to do this, but if you get nothing out of work, the more that it should be a goal every day almost to have something. We do yoga on this day, or we go for a run. Tuesday mornings we go for a run. Saturday mornings we go to the farmer's market. Saturday nights I have dinner with my parents, right? Whatever it is, some recurring, reliable things. And again, it could be things you're already doing, but try to increase them, make them more regular, once a week instead of once a month, twice a week instead of once a week, right? So that's a good way that you can start to just fill in your social life. What else can you do? And this goes, I'm going to make a similar video to this on getting through a breakup, but one of the socialization things you can do, and part of being isolated, is also not getting enough touch. So you can hire a massage therapist, and it's going to help you just feel okay, right? Get a dog if you can. If you work at home, also you're in a great position to get a dog. If you work from home and you have a dog, your life's going to be better than not, and it's going to also allow you to be more picky instead of like, man, all my activities, drinking and smoking, and these are my friends, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to change my life and improve my life. While having some of your needs more met, and having animals and things to care for and have companionship from will help you make better decisions and hold out for the right ones. So there's a number of things you can do to improve your social life. Aim for a target, 6 hours a day of socialization. Try to either change your work and or your living environment so that you get as much as you can from work and or living environment. And whatever you can't get, make a list of names, people you want to see, make a list of activities, things you want to do, and invite people to do those things with you, or invite yourself along to do those things, or do those things in a public space, right? Playing basketball in a public space, or setting a basketball court in front of your house in the suburbs and going out and playing is inviting, right? Go invite friends to bicycle, or go for a hike, whatever it is, and try to do it on a weekly. We're gonna go run every Tuesday. We're gonna go for breakfast every Thursday, so that you aim to have one thing scheduled reliably every day, so you have people to talk to as well. So hope you find that useful, hope you find that interesting. Comment down below if it was useful, comment down below if it was interesting, and turn on the bell notification again, because otherwise I can't compete with the algorithm. I'm going to disappear from your feed, and if you don't remember me, we're not going to see each other. So hope you find that useful. Appreciate you, much love, and look forward to seeing your comment down below. And of course, if you have any ideas, please share them. If you've got a good idea about how to improve your social life, something you think I overlooked or missed, please comment down below. It's going to help everybody. Okay, thank you, much love, peace.